Hey y'all, it's Brady. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. Today I am excited to finally get to this Q&A video we've been chatting about in the comments. So I've written down your comments here on my little handy dandy notebook and we're going to chat about it today. So let's jump on into me answering your questions. Alright, so if you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. We are a family of 4. It is myself, my husband, and our 8 and 4-year-old girls. We're crazy busy normally. It's the summer, so things are actually slowed down, and I am enjoying it. Also, about us, I normally share grocery hauls, what's for dinner videos, cooking recipes, a little bit of daily life stuff, and I have been accepted into nursing school. And so I will be sharing some of that content too in the fall when nursing school really ramps up. So that's a bit about us. If you like that sort of content, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and stick around. And we would just love to have you here. If you are new or if you've just never said hello before, please leave a comment down below. Introduce yourself. I genuinely love chatting with y'all in the comments and getting to know you. I do my best to reply back to every comment. I genuinely appreciate y'all being here, and it is honestly one of the best parts of YouTube is to get to know y'all and chat with y'all in the comments. So, introduce yourself. And if you feel comfortable sharing, you can always say what part of the world you're from. I always love to know that too. And if you are not new and you are returning, well, hi, hello, and welcome back. I am genuinely so happy that you have joined us again. All right, so I have written down your questions. I made a community post maybe a couple of weeks ago now, last week. And when I'm filming this, at least, I think you're going to see this about a week after I film it. But I asked for your questions there. I also posted tonight before I got started real quick that I just posted on Instagram and again on the community tab for you to leave your comments there. I've also gotten a couple of questions in videos, so that recent videos, so I wrote those down too. And so I'm going to do my best to answer those for you today. We've got quite a few questions, so I'm hoping I get through them all without it being insanely long. But if you've been here before, you know I love to talk, and I do it a lot. So if you like to chat, if you like to listen to someone chit-chat, then this is the video for you. If not, I understand. Okay, so one of the first questions I thought we would chit-chat about, and I apologize, I did not write down your names because I didn't know if everyone wanted me to share that. So I just wrote down your questions. But if you asked the question, then obviously you know you asked that question. Some of these got asked multiple times, so I thought it would be good to talk about them. The very first question that I thought we would chat about is my grocery budget, because that is something that we're all aware of, that has been changing. All of our budgets are more strained with the price increases all around the world. It's not just the US, it's everywhere. And so I just thought we would chat about that for a minute. So, and someone also recently asked me if we have increased our budget. Yes and no. Yes, we have, because I've been going to Sam's Club more frequently than I used to. It used to be more like every 6 to 8 weeks, and now I go every 4 weeks or so, sometimes 5. And I'm also in stocking up mode because prices are just going to get worse. Shortages are just going to get worse. That's not me trying to scare you. That is honest to goodness just where we're at. And we are not trying to have like a 2-year supply of food. But I do feel more comfortable to have several months of food on hand versus not. So if you're new here, then, or if you're just, kind of new around here, then you'll know that, or you'll see that I probably shop a bit differently than a lot of people, although I do see a lot of people shopping heavier now than ever before. But I have always kept kind of like a 3 month, maybe not quite 3 months, maybe 2 months rotation of food. We put the new stuff to the back, pull the old to the front, use that first, etc. I have always frozen meat when I find it on good sale. I've always broken down large packages of meat and frozen it. I've always looked for sales and coupon deals. And I am still doing that, but I'm also buying extra pantry things now, just extra flour, extra sugar, not to an extreme. We do live in a small home. It's perfect for our family, but it's not like I have this huge, walk-in pantry or cellar, or we don't even have a garage. So there's not a lot of that extra space that some people have. So we've just gotten creative. When we moved in here, we already kind of put in like a freestanding pantry because I have like a 1980s like 5 cabinet galley kitchen, and so there's not a lot of room. But we've made it work. I've gotten creative. Things are definitely full when we do our monthly shopping, but it's there. So all of that to say, yes, I have increased our grocery budget. Yes, we've been going over budget, but I am hoping that it's not going to stay this way forever. We are also trying to really get some things, or I am really stocked up, because right now I am doing YouTube and I'm I'll be going back to my part-time job. So, but I'm not in school full-time right now because school is out for the summer and we don't really have many activities. We're just really kind of laying low and enjoying the summer. And part of that is I am trying to really bulk things up, not only for the future shortages and price increasing further than what we've already seen. And so on top of that, I'm also trying to get a lot of things really well stocked and ahead for when the chaos starts this fall for me with nursing school. It's gonna be a wild ride, and having 2 young children, and we're just busy, just like the rest of y'all. I say that every week, and we truly are. It's nothing special around here. But nursing school is going to make life even more challenging at times, and it's also very exciting. But it's going to be a grueling next 2 years, and I'm just really trying to get that kind of done on the forefront so that I have to worry less about keeping up with everything that we need every week. I can just get fresh things and do my monthly hauls and be done with it. And so that's the goal. That's what I'm working towards. We're definitely stocking up a lot this summer, but that's the plan. I do not anticipate our grocery budget staying where it is currently at, but I do anticipating it being a little bit higher than it previously was. So for a little background knowledge on that, my husband and I got married. We will be married 9 years this summer. Well, this September. And part of that is that I was going to say is that when we first got married, and then we had our first child, and she's 8. So when we had her, our food budget when I stayed home was very strict. We were one income, like overnight when she was born, because I worked up until the week before she was born. And so we went to one income, and I was already couponing. We were already on a budget, but it got even tighter. And I fed us like food, toiletries, paper products, diapers, you name it, $400 a month. We had $100 a week, period. So if there were 5 Fridays that month, we had $500 technically, but it was $100 a week. We got paid weekly, and that's how I budgeted everything. And it was tight, but it was very doable, very doable. Now, granted, we did not have, she didn't eat that much. She didn't eat anything other than, nursing or formula for many, many months. And then, when she was like 6, 7 months old, then we added in food, but minimal is what I'm saying. And so that actually worked out really well. We stayed at about $100 a month until she was 2. About 2, I think, was when we upped it to 120 or 125 a week. And then when our second child was born, we upped it to about $150 a week. And then when she was about 2, we went up to $160 a week. I'm trying to think. And then we also then increased it about, so no, we went from the 150 to between 175 and 180 when she was about 2.5, my youngest. So, and that worked, but we've seen the prices. I mean, in my area, a lot of things have pretty much doubled in price. Now, we do buy a lot of convenience items. I do buy soda, I do buy teas and, juice, etc. But I usually only buy them when they're on sale. But that is an expense that if we need to, we will cut out. Right now, we're maintaining that. And so we have it. If it gets to the point where we need to cut back, absolutely. Those extra drinks are going to be the first thing to go. And that's fine, but that's just where we're at. But we have maintained pretty much the same type of items that we buy. Look at that gray hair, y'all. Y'all see that? And we have maintained that through the pandemic, except for the one about 180 budget. We have maintained that for a while, or we did, but we have also, again, for probably the last 6 months, been going to Sam's Club every 4 to 5 weeks. And so I'm spending anywhere from an extra $200 to $400 on top of our weekly budget right now. I don't want it to stay that way, though. I am hoping to reduce that, and I'm actually hoping to kind of flip-flop it around to where by the fall, I'm hoping by September, but we'll see where we're at. This could all change. I am hoping to switch that around and make it more of a true monthly grocery haul, and then I just get produce, what's on sale, milk every week. That's our plan right now. But I'm also in stock up mode. We just have been for a while. And yes, there is a stockpile, freezer, pantry inventory tour coming very soon. So you'll see that too. That'll probably be out in July, in a week or two. And so that's coming too. And I'll kind of show you what that looks like and what we're doing with it. But we'll see. We'll see. So what I'm hoping is that we'll have a smaller weekly budget and kind of keep our Sam's Club budget where it's at, and then that should even out to where it's a little bit lower every month than it's been right now. We'll see. Okay. And then speaking of my gray hair, that actually reminds me that there was another question that I didn't write down, but I get it often, fairly often, and I've gotten it again recently, so I thought I'd share about it. So people are wanting to know, how old am I? So I am 30. I will be 31 in August. And again, my kids are 8 and 4, soon to be 5. And yes, so that's how old I am. Okay. First question that I actually wrote down that was more than just the frequently asked questions is, do I have tattoos? Question mark. And how many, where, why, all of that good stuff. So the very first tattoo that I got, I cannot show you because it's on my leg, and we're not bringing my leg to my face to show you on camera. But it is a tiger lily. It is pink, and it has the eye of a tiger, like a blue tiger eye in the center, where the stamen and everything would be. That I got when I was 18, right at my 18th birthday. And I actually got it. The flower is for my great grandmother, who I was really close to. And she had passed away, and it was her favorite flower. It's one of my favorite flowers as well. And then the blue tiger eye, it's a whole thing with my dad and my dad's side of the family. My dad has this blanket that's from Okinawa, and it's really heavy, and it's like a family heirloom at this point. And it has tigers all over it, and it's kind of like this blue and white color, and I don't know. That was what my 18-year-old brain came up with. So I put a lot of thought into it, but there's that. My second tattoo is actually on my chest. It's probably the one that sparked someone asking that question recently, because in a day in the life video, you could see the top of it. So it is a face in the mirror, like mirror, mirror on the wall, that whole thing. And so it's like a face coming out of the mirror. The face, though, is actually my cousin. We were a month and 22 days apart. And so we were very, very close growing up, and all the way into being adults. She unfortunately passed away of a brain aneurysm when we were 20. And so that is actually, I had my tattoo artist take that idea of the face coming out of the mirror, but it's her face. Like, he actually took her photo, and so it's her eyes and that whole thing coming. It's pretty cool. Why I got it on my chest, I don't know, y'all. I was 20. Would I get it there again? Probably not, but I see it every day. And if you know me, you see it all the time too. So, it's there. It means a lot to me. I didn't get my tattoos lightly. So it is what it is. Some people don't love it. Have gotten judged along the way in the last 10 years for having it there, but it is what it is. It does need to be shaded in and kind of touched up, and I am actually expanding, like hoping to expand it out across my chest with some other things. So we'll see. And then the third tattoo that I have is on my wrist. It says, "I refuse." It's really, really hard to see it, but it's kind of like a Gaelic type writing. I don't know how else to phrase that. Font. There you go. And it says, "I refuse." And I got that one maybe a year after I got the one on my chest. I don't know. I've had these a while. I haven't gotten any new tattoos since I've had kids. Not because of the kids necessarily, but because of our money goes towards them. And I don't spend that kind of money on myself. So, not regularly. And like I said, when the girls were little, especially my first, like, things were even tighter. And that's just the nature of being a young family and, building things up and doing things. So I just, we've decided that for a long time, I decided that money was going to them. So maybe I'll get some more. I'll definitely get some more in the future. When, I just don't know. We'll see. Okay. The second question I got is, what is my guilty pleasure? Like, I don't know if she meant like food or TV. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I play The Sims 4 on PC. Fun fact, I've played The Sims since I was in the 2nd grade, pretty much right after it came out. And yeah, I have played every version there is. I've not necessarily had every expansion pack, but I have had The Sims my whole life, and since it came out. And I play on PC. I have tried to get into playing games on consoles, but it's not really my jam. So if you do play video games and that is something that you want to recommend me, a console that you like, go for it. Because my husband and I are actually looking for an idea of something like that we could kind of do together, once or twice a week when the kids go to bed. So there's that. Okay. The next question is favorite genre of music. That one's really hard because my playlist is super diverse. So I like everything from like country music from the 60s and 70s to I really like 90s country. That's what I grew up on. So I really like 90s country. Hence the Garth Brooks concert we went to. And then, but I like rock and alternative. I grew up on classic rock, all the stuff my dad liked from the 70s and 80s. What else? I actually still really like gospel music and Christian music. We listen to everything. Fun fact, I actually have seen, if you even know who they are, Celtic Woman, I've seen them in concert in Nashville probably about 10 years ago with one of my best friends, and it was amazing. They are incredible. They are not into any of those genres. I don't even know what you would classify them, but they are an Irish group, and they are phenomenal. Look them up. I love musicals, so I love all that kind of music. Music is just a really, really big part of my life, and yeah, so I used to sing and compete in singing and acting and all of that stuff growing up. And was in choir and women's chorale and all of that musical theater growing up. So it's just running through me. My grandparents on my dad's side played bluegrass music. Pretty much everybody on my dad's side of the family can play an instrument or sing. And although I don't actually know an instrument, which is actually on my to-do list of one of my bucket list things to do. But anyways, because of all that, I actually, I like bluegrass music too. I like all kinds of music. So when I say all kinds, I mean all kinds. Like my husband and I joke about like the emo phase growing up, because that was definitely a thing. I like a lot of the music still that was popular when I was in high school. Yeah, I don't know. I like all music pretty much. The only thing that I don't love is like techno, and I don't even know if you'd call it techno anymore. I don't know what they actually call it, but like club music, like dance type, like that is not my jam. I can listen to it, but it's not what I'm gonna go for. So yeah. So I'm sorry that didn't truly answer your question, because there's not just one genre that I listen to. My kids, fun fact too, my first child, when she was a newborn and a young baby, she screamed every time you put her in the car. Every time. Every time. And the only thing that would calm her was Witchy Woman. So we listened to Witchy Woman. So we listened to the Eagles and Eric Clapton and all of that all the time. I used to rock her to sleep to Journey. There's a lot of that, you know, just diversity in music in our lives, and I love it. They know all sorts of music. Of course, we listen to Disney music because I love Disney stuff. It's all over the map, so it's all over the place. Okay. The next question is, how do I keep track of my freezer inventory? I wish I could say that I was one of those people that had like this neat and tidy list and we crossed things off every time we pulled it out and all that stuff. We don't. Y'all, we don't. I'm just like the rest of y'all. We try to package things down as small as it'll go, and every couple of months we have to pull it all out of the freezer and see what we've got that kind of got pushed to the back and pull it forward, use it up, buy new stuff, try to reorganize. Every couple of months, my freezer, pantry, all of that stuff, just, we have to put our hands on it, pull it all out, straighten it all up. That's just what we do. I'm sorry I don't have like, do this. But TikTok and Pinterest are probably going to be your best friend because they have lots of ideas. I just don't stick to those very well. I don't know. Okay. Do I stick to my list every time I shop? No. No, I do not. I wish I could say that I did. I used to be much better about it. But what's actually funny is unless the girls are with me now with the summer out, school's out, so they're with me when I grocery shop most of the time now. And because of that, there's definitely some impulse buying going on. However, the biggest problem is that I have gotten really lazy about, not lazy, I just either busy or lazy, whatever you want to call it, or unsure of what I'm going to find when I get to the store. And so I just don't have as tight of a list as I used to. I used to have every single deal written out, every single price of what I was going to buy, the whole 9 yards. And I just don't do that. I just keep a calculator with me on my phone, and I just type things in as I buy them, and then I kind of rough estimate 10% extra above what's in the calculator for tax. And that's kind of how I know approximately what my bill should be when I get there. I am getting back into couponing though, and so I do write those deals out. I'm getting back to making my list tighter, so we'll see. We'll see. What is my favorite meal to make? One of my favorite meals to make is to make homemade flour tortillas, make quesadillas, grill the chicken in this cilantro lime marinade, and shred our own cheese and do this whole thing for chicken quesadillas and make the copycat creamy jalapeno dip and the whole 9 yards. I also really like to fry chicken. And I really like to make homemade biscuits. However, life does not always allow for those things. But I do love to cook, and having littles kind of put a damper on that for a while. Either someone always needed me or, you know, I don't know. It just, or they don't want to eat, you know, what we cooked, whatever. So it kind of takes that joy out of it. But I do love to cook. But I will say, one of my favorite go-to things that's super easy to make is Ritz cheddar chicken. It's so easy, but it is so good. The kids will eat it. We will eat it. It is really good, and it's really, really fast. So we just slice some chicken breast, like through the thickness wise, like horizontally, and coat them in some ranch dressing, like prepared salad dressing. Then you crush up, you know, I usually use a Ziploc bag, so I'll put my pieces of chicken in there with the ranch, zhuzh it around, take another Ziploc bag or a bowl. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. And then I crush up a sleeve of Ritz crackers, add in about a half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, whatever cheese you have on hand, mix that up, coat your chicken in it, put it on a pan, that, you know, a baking sheet or in the air fryer until it's crispy and the chicken is cooked through, about 20 minutes in the oven, and you're done. Make a salad, some mashed potatoes, and you're done. And it's super easy. It's always a hit around here. When we have people over, they love it. That is probably the thing that I go to when I need an idea to cook. So there you go. But I do love to cook. I love to cook more like elaborate meals, but I don't do that every day. Okay, favorite color. This is hard. Okay, I love pink, but I also love like turquoise, teal. Apparently, this depends on what generation you're in of what you call those colors. But like Tiffany blue, that kind of teal turquoise color, that's probably still my ultimate favorite. But I do really enjoy pink as well. Which is funny because when I was a kid, I was such a tomboy, you would never catch me wearing pink. Hated it. So there's that. But by the time I was a teenager, it's like hot pink though. My bag, I love my bag, my Teddy Blake New York bag that they sent out a couple of months ago. By the way, yep, that's still a fabulous bag. And I love that bag. It's like a lighter pink, but it looks really sophisticated. Love it. But if I go to another pink, it's going to be like hot pink. Okay. Like highlighter pink. Okay. What else? If money was no object and I could travel anywhere, where would I go and why? Ireland. Ireland. Probably Ireland. We have actually talked about taking a trip to Ireland when the girls are older. And seeing a lot of European countries while we're there if we can. But, yeah, Ireland. That's where I would go without question. I love just that whole, I don't know, it just calls to me. It's where I want to go. We'll see. But we've also talked about going to Hawaii one day. I would love to do that too. And what else? I don't know. I would love to travel a lot of places. I've seen some of the US, but I would like to see more of it. I would love to go to Canada. So my Canada friends, hi. But I would love to see New Zealand, Japan, lots of places. Okay, will my husband or can my husband be in videos one day? So, he has been in a taste test video. You've also seen him pop his head in from time to time, but it's primarily my channel. He is always welcome to be in them, but, you know, he's just usually doing something else or what have you. But he's always open to being in them, and that was the next follow-up question is, when are we doing our next taste test video? It's coming. We are filming it tomorrow night or the next day. We're filming it this weekend. So when that gets done and edited, you'll see that very soon, and after this video goes live. So be watching for it. We're going to be trying a bunch of ice cream flavors and chit-chatting, and he's hilarious. He's much funnier than I am. But so y'all are going to love seeing him. So if you want to see my husband in a video, check out the taste test video that's coming out in the next couple of days. Okay. What else? Okay. The next question was, what other YouTube channels do I watch and why? I'm going to do my best. I'm going to name some of them, but y'all, I primarily watch YouTube. I have a lot of friends that I've made through YouTube. I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore. And I mean, I've never been a huge TV person, but I watch more YouTube than I do TV ever. So I'm going to give you my small little list here, but please know that this list is not exhaustive. It is not everyone. And so if I forget a name or I don't say your name, but you know me, then you know I watch your channel and I love your channel. So take that. All right, y'all, I'm back. My husband brought me a drink. We saw it on TikTok, or he saw it on TikTok, sent it to me. Yeah, because now we're on TikTok. I have not made any videos on TikTok, but we're there. And anyways, I think it's called like Tennessee tea or something, and it was Coke, Jack Daniels, Coke, lemon juice, and then they did like a honey syrup or whatever, but we had Jack Daniels honey in the house, so he just used that, lemon juice and Coke, and it oddly does taste like tea. Lemonade tea, but tea nonetheless. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Where was that? So YouTube channels I watch, just know it's not exhaustive. It's not everybody. And if I forgot you or didn't list you, just know. It doesn't mean I don't love ya. Okay. So I watch Mama Alia's videos, watch pretty much every one of her videos. She and I are like real life friends. We have not actually gotten to meet in person, but we talk all the time. Love her dearly. And so I will link all these channels that I can think of down below. Okay. Planting Birches. You know, I've collabed with Megan several times. Love her channel. She does amazing grocery hauls. So yeah, I watch her videos all the time. I also watch Mama Mel's videos. I think it's In the Kitchen with Mama Mel. Yeah, I think so. Love her videos. She does fabulous what's for dinner and grocery haul videos. They're wonderful. Goodness, that got me. I also, of course, watch Tiffany and Tiffany, Our Small Town Life and Small Town 6. Love them both. and I have collabed with them as well. I think I've collabed with most of these people. I know I've collabed with Alia and Megan, and there might also be a Mama Mel collaboration coming soon, so be watching for that. And of course, I've collabed with Tiffany, and then Fallon from Moss Family TV. Love Fallon. I'm sure all of you know who she is, and have collabed with her too. Jamerel Stewart and Our Tribe of Many and the Conley Clan and Oso Farm. Watch all of those large family mamas rocking it, and they are doing awesome. And I'm sure you know who they are as well, but if not, I'll leave them linked down below too. I'm trying to think. I watch a lot of grocery hauls, y'all. I watch a lot of food videos, a lot of grocery hauls, a lot of mama life stuff. Oh, I also watch Blessed Jess. Who else? That's all I can think of right now, but just know it's not exhaustive. There's more. I'm subscribed to a lot of people on YouTube. Okay. I already answered the taste test video question. Okay, the next question was, do we plan on having another child? Okay. Let me take a drink for this one. Okay. Yes and no. Yes and no. If you would have asked us that 3 years ago, the answer would have been no. Because my tubes are tied, if you really want to know. But we do want more children. So perhaps when I finish nursing school, we will adopt and or go another route. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but that's where we are thinking. We want more children, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I have seen many fabulous mamas in their 40s having babies, doing the thing. But I would like to have the baby stage done before I'm 40. I don't know. That could change too. Who knows? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. If you would have asked me when we got married, or even before we got married, how many kids I wanted, it was like 8. We had 1 kid. I was like, okay, maybe 4. You know, that first kid is hard. It's not that she was hard. It's just being a new parent is hard. And then I was like, she turned 1 year old, and I was like, well, I definitely want 1 more at least. Then we had her, and we were like, okay, we're done. And of course, when she turned 1 year old, I was like, no, I don't think we're done. And my husband was like, no, I don't think we're done. So I don't know how that's going to go. That's our thought process there. I have no idea. But in the future, we would like to have more. I don't know what the future holds. We shall see. The next question was, am I religious? Okay, let me just take a drink for that one. Yes, I am a Christian. However, there are lots of things that I don't agree with. That's as far as I'll take that. That's just as far as I'm gonna go. I can't justify it. That's just as far as I'll go. Okay. Where do we live? That was pretty much the last question I think I had written down. And before I cut this off, I will check Instagram and stuff one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anyone's question before I'm done filming for the night. However, I will answer this one real quick first. So we live in Tennessee. We live in Middle Tennessee. If you live around me, you may have figured out the town we live in. That is fine, but I don't post that information for our privacy and our safety. I don't post that publicly, and so you won't be able to find us on Facebook. You won't be able to find our location very easily. That's just how we live our lives to protect our kids first and foremost. And that's another question that I get a lot is, can we see your kids? Will we see your kids? Where are your kids? They won't be on here ever. That's kind of always been our rule. Not kind of. It has always been our rule for YouTube, internet as a whole, and it will stay that way. That's just how we are. I'm just really big on protecting their privacy and their safety. So that's how I'll answer that. Okay, let me check Instagram real quick and then I will pop back on here with you. All right, so I'm really glad that I checked Instagram and YouTube just one more time because there were 5 more questions that I didn't have written down yet. So let's just jump on in. So one viewer is from the UK and would like to know if I have ever been to the UK or not. No, unfortunately, I have not, but I would love to go. So maybe when my kids are older, we will travel more. I know people travel all the time with little kids. It's just not, that doesn't interest me at all, traveling with little kids. But I love to travel. I've traveled quite a bit in the US. Some in the US, I guess. I would love to, but no, I have not been to the UK. Next question. Anything that I find that I have to buy each week, whether it's grocery or non-grocery? Milk. Funny thing is, I don't even drink milk, but my oldest loves milk, and I do cook with milk from time to time, so I have to buy milk and almond milk pretty much every week, especially now that they're home. Cucumbers. I buy cucumbers almost every week. Fruit every week. Bread every single week. And I feel like I could probably buy peanut butter every single week, but I don't. I'm trying to think. I think those are the main things. Because we love cucumbers. The girls love cucumbers. We eat cucumbers a lot. We eat a lot of salad. And yeah. So I buy cucumbers, fresh fruit, veggies, and bread, milk, almond milk every week without fail. I don't think there's anything non-food that I buy every week. Y'all let me know. Do you find that I buy the same things every week? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Next question. Am I Tennessee born and raised? So I have lived in Tennessee I've lived in Middle Tennessee for 19 years? 18 years? 18 years. And then before that I traveled a lot, but no, I was actually born in Alabama, but I have lived in Alabama, Georgia, and multiple areas of Tennessee. And have I ever traveled outside of the US? No, but I would love to. So far, I have been to Indiana. Let me think. Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, of course, Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Arizona, Colorado, Virginia. I think that's it. It feels like there's more, but I think that's it. I don't know. There's probably more. But no, I've never traveled outside of the US, but I would love to. I would also love eventually for my kids to see more from outside the US, but we shall see how things go. I am not interested at all in traveling very much right now due to everything. Just everything. Okay. And the last question that I saw was update on fitness content. So I had mentioned a few weeks back about would y'all be interested in seeing more of that stuff as I am on my fitness journey. I did get a lot of interest in that, but I haven't really posted anything about it yet. I don't know what format I want to put that in. I don't know if I want to throw that in some daily vlogs. I don't know if I want to do just kind of monthly updates. I don't know exactly how much of it I want to share. I don't know. I have a long way to go in where I want to be, and I just don't know. So leave me comments down below. Leave me your ideas on what you would like to see from that. I am going to the gym at least 4 days a week, most weeks, and drinking lots of water, trying to be mindful of portions, and also trying to incorporate even more fruits and vegetables. But there's a whole lot of health issues and stuff going on. If you don't know already, I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I have a slowed gut motility thing. I have fibromyalgia. There's just a lot of things going on at play. Those are not excuses. I'm saying because of those things, I also want to get my health back where I would like it to be, because it will help those things, but also those things are also really annoying and they get in the way of things that I would like to do. So, yeah, I don't know. What would you like to see on it? The internet can be a weird place with fitness stuff, just like in the food world. And so I just don't know exactly what I'm comfortable sharing yet. But I would love to hear your thoughts on what you would like to see me share. So yeah, let me know down below. Okay, so I think that's all the questions. If after this point you have left a comment and on any of the places that I posted that I was going to do this video and I did not get to them, I apologize. I wanted to get this filmed, but it not get too late in the evening. So if I unfortunately missed your comment or your question, please leave it down in the comments of this video. I will write it down for next time. And maybe we'll get to where we do these Q&As every, couple of months or something like that. And so I'll just keep a running list of those. Oh, I know another one that I watch, speaking of that, is A Country Life. I love her videos as well, and she has started doing monthly questions where she kind of takes every question she got on that month's videos and sits down at the end of the month, first of the next month, and answers them. So maybe we could do something like that too. I don't know. I'm trying to get even more consistent with YouTube content and stuff like that for y'all. So leave me a comment down below, of course, with more questions, reactions to my answers, whatever you have. Just chit chat with me in the comments. I genuinely love talking to y'all. I say that in every video pretty much, but it is really true. I genuinely enjoy it. I make a point to reply to as many comments as I possibly can, and I really do enjoy talking to y'all. So that's all I've got for you today. Until our next video, I will see you in the comments down below. Bye, y'all.